anything you don't regret.
Getting a little bit of a crypto pump this morning.
Oh yeah. Well, those inflation numbers were trash. I feel like the
So
market's
bad.
going to react to that here soon enough.
9%. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's like 4 years from now. My $100 in the bank will be worth $50.
Buy Bitcoin.
Oh, I heard a circuit breaker trip. Maybe that was in Lewis's room. I'm gonna go flip it again.
Yeah, we've been playing around with some options plays in the stock market, or like doing like shorting the market with crypto too, because you can like there's like borrow lending protocols that you can mess around with. So
how's that been going?
It was pretty good. It's been successful shorting like Bitcoin, Ethereum as the market starts to go down. So at least you can make money during a bear market. But then we were doing it on Harmony, on the lending protocol there, and then there was a hack on their Horizon bridge. So all of the backed assets for like stable coins on Harmony to the tune of $100 million just got stolen out. So then all of the stable coins are worth nothing, and then there was this huge bank run. It was a total shit show. So like, we got burned pretty hard on that.
Damn.
I was able to get out with about a 17% loss, which is not that bad considering the fucking loss is now at like 90.
The timing worked out that we found out about it while there was a normal time of day in our time zone, because that would have been sketchy if it's like 5 a.m. and shit's burning down.
We were fucking like reaching out to people in our community too who we knew were on Harmony, and I think like Yola like had to wake up out of bed and like wake his brother up too. And it was like it's like 4 a.m. in Germany. It was just like, get the fuck up and get your shit off this network. Like it just got hacked.
Oof,
it was intense, but. Yeah, I mean, the lesson learned there was don't use bridged assets. Like, I was a fucking idiot. Like, you know, I was using wrapped Ethereum on a different blockchain to short sell Ethereum. Why the fuck not just stay on the Ethereum mainnet and do the same shit on Compound? So now I do it on Compound instead. And I will admit, I'm a little irritated with how high the fees are on Ethereum. So like today it was like $20 just to like supply a loan. So those loans have to be like tens of thousands of dollars a piece. Otherwise, it makes no sense to do those trades. So I did kind of like not fully learn my bridged lesson, and I started moving some assets over to the Polygon sidechain. And it's definitely much, much less. It's only like $10,000 or something now, but it's still like at least I can make, you know, trades there, and it costs like 4 cents per transaction instead of like $10. Which the $10 is okay, but man, you really have to move a lot of money to actually like make Ethereum network on chain, like main level, like layer 1 Ethereum network work for you. Like
it's good if you're already killing it.
It feels really fucking exclusive, like to do any of that stuff though, because it's like I did a short yesterday for 10 Ethereum, which was like that's on Ethereum mainnet. So it's like borrow 10 Ethereum from Compound, sell it. I checked on Curve, and then I checked on Uniswap. Uniswap had a better deal. Sell it all at one go, and then it's like, okay, those transactions are worth enough that I'll actually be able to like justify paying like the $25 in network fees to do that type of move. But like the theory and the strategy can be accessed with $5 as well if the fucking network fee was nothing. So it's really nice to see like some side chains getting these, like, you know, like AAVE is another money market protocol that's pretty like substantially like well vetted and pretty like sizable. But man, bridged assets scare the shit out of me now.
Yeah, I was a little gun shy after that. We were flying high, making money short in the market.
I was like, I'm never gonna die. 10 cents, like it's like less than a fraction of a penny to do a transaction here. Like, let's go. Shelling out Ethereum and trading usually with like stable coins back and forth. But yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll get back on track a little bit.
Yeah, we're already off course.
We get off topic quite a bit. Well, we have MikeD. Welcome.
Welcome.
Talking WAXDAO. So I guess
WAXDAO is fucking.
Want to start? Like, how'd you get involved in crypto? How'd you get involved in NFTs? How'd you find Wax?
Yeah, I got involved in crypto back in like 2013. I heard about it a few
Dang,
times.
that's way back.
Yeah, I didn't listen. Like the first couple of times I heard about it, I didn't really understand what it was. But then I needed to send somebody money one day, and I was looking into how to do that online, and I just came across it, and then it all made sense. Yeah, long story short, I made a lot of money in 2017, lost a lot of money throughout the whole bear market. Didn't really make much during this bull market because I'm a moron, and it was like bag holding shitcoins from 2017, half the bull market. So then eventually, I heard about Wax about a year ago. My friend told me around the colonized Mars mission one drop. I got into that, and then I don't know, just a few months ago, I decided to start building on Wax, and here I am.
Hell yeah. Damn. 2013, you must have been digging in weird places to find Bitcoin and crypto for a means to send money online.
I think I was trying to sell some like thing that I had in my closet on some forum online, some shady forum, and just somebody offered it to me.
Nice. What a find. Yeah. How much was Bitcoin back then? Like
the first time I heard about it was right after it peaked at like 1,300 or whatever it was. I heard about it at like 800, but by the time I started getting into it, it was like $300-400 maybe.
Hey, nice. That's around right when I got my first Bitcoin too, right after Mt. Gox collapsed. It was like end of 2013, start of 2014-ish. I think Bitcoin was like around $300 when I bought my first one, and it promptly dropped to $200 like a few weeks later. It was pretty good trial by fire right off the bat.
Damn, do you have like a background in building tools like that, or smart contract development, or programming, or is that something you just kind of like taught yourself?
I've programmed little things that I've taught myself over the years, but for the most part, I'm just like, I don't know. I hate using the word like entrepreneur and stuff like that. I always like to build my own things. I like to create stuff and just like take ideas and watch them come to life. So
so you kind of had the idea and then worked backwards to teach yourself the skills to make it come to fruition.
Yeah, so it always starts with an idea, and then I'm just like, how can I build this? And then you just go down the programming rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think that's like a weekend affair to just be like, yeah, I'm just going to casually build smart contracts. So I tip my hat to that.
I honestly can't believe how fast I picked it up. I was just talking about that yesterday to my friend. Like, I went from an idea and I've had programming experience, but nothing in C++ or smart contracts. And May 1st, I just looked yesterday. May 1st was the first time I mentioned anything to one of my friends about wanting to build something on Wax. And it's not even 3 months later yet, and I have this whole platform.
Yeah,
that's
the
wild.
Platform itself is also like pretty intricate. Like, there's a lot that like users can do. Like, I feel like we should jump into that in a second. But first, I'm curious, what was your first NFT, like that you've ever seen, or like the first exposure to NFTs at all, and what was your first impression?
I don't know if you really count the CryptoKitties as NFTs.
Oh, fuck yeah, I have a CryptoKitty. Yeah, I count those.
OG, that was like the first
I bought one of those back in the day for like $80 worth of Ethereum, which is like a lot more of Ethereum than it was today. It's like 3 or 4 ETH.
I grabbed a couple of those too. I still have them. I check every once in a while, and they're worth like $1 maybe.
Yeah, I do too. I check in a little tier, like single tier.
Yep.
Mine's got like rare chicken legs too, you know.
I had like a series 2 or series whatever it was. Like the very early ones were supposed to be better, I think.
Yeah.
But they're still
worthless. I totally get that. So for people who don't know, CryptoKitties are basically like the original breeding game for NFTs. It was like an Ethereum main layer like NFT back in the day in like I think I heard about it in like 2016. Yeah, 2016, 17. Yeah. It was back, and you could basically like breed the kitties. They'd spawn new kitties, and you'd like try to like cultivate rare traits. It was really fun, but also was like, you know, a whole hype bubble and burst, and like we're just saying, they're worth a couple bucks. If you want some, you can totally scoop them.
It brought the Ethereum blockchain to a halt, and then that's what everybody used that as ammo for years. The no coiners after that.
Yeah,
you know, Ethereum sucks. It came to its knees because of CryptoKitties.
Yeah, it's true, but it's also like that's because of the inefficiency of those contracts and like people making it like it doesn't have to be on layer 1. You know, there's a lot of like that stuff on layer 2s now, and I don't know. The other side of like Ethereum coming to a halt, it's also like that happened in like very famously, I guess, during the like other side land sale for Bored Apes. And it really didn't have anything to do with the amount of people using the network or the traffic or like the efficiency of the smart contract. It's 100% the like community of people who wanted to buy those like limited lands were basically outbidding each other on the transaction fees and driving those fees up. Like no matter how efficient the network was, those fees would have been the same, even if it would have cost normally like nothing to do transactions, because it was like a manufactured squeeze basically.
People are trying to front run each other to get the mint.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's worth it too, because those mints were selling for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then there's also people will do froggy shit like I know a couple like intensely like hardcore NFT like drop people who on a drop day will reach out to like multiple mining pools in Ethereum and offer them like 3 or 5 or whatever amount of Ethereum to include their minting transaction in the next block. If that pool happens to mine the minting height block, they pay them on the front end to include their minting transaction into the block. That way they don't need to broadcast that transaction to the mempool and can't get front run. It's super fucking sweaty. Like
yeah, that was the term bribes that we had mentioned the other day. That's like considered bribing.
That's like a different form. You're bribing a mining pool to like include to basically broadcast your transactions into the next block. So it's like a private, like a dark mempool effectively. But it's wild. It's also way the fuck deep cut off topic. Nobody who's watching us is ever going to need to know how to do that or probably want to do that.
Half of my role is to keep Max in the guardrails here. So just to get back, I mean, I guess from my interpretation, WAXDAO is basically just a collection of tools that like collections can use with the ability to make their own staking pools, to make their own tokens, and to make their own DAOs. So,
and then it's the place where the users come to interact with those too. Like that's where you'd go to stake to somebody.
With WAXDAO, I guess.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last piece. Right.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So I guess just like, what is the broad goal of WAXDAO, and what's like the future of WAXDAO?
Yeah, the goal is just to keep adding more tools to make things easier for creators. I think as it grows, like, how do I put this? Right now, there's 52 farms on the site. Last time I checked, so 52 creators or 52 projects, but there's over 1,000 users. So while I'm designing it for creators, just through the natural effect of that, we're getting a lot of end users that aren't creators. And I think over time, as we get a broad base of like end users, I think eventually I'll probably build something that's more targeted towards the end user as well. But as of right now, it's mainly tools for creators to make their projects just easier to build, because it's hard to write smart contracts. I know firsthand. So
yeah,
I think you get go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think Max and Lewis had mentioned on the Nifty BC stream when I was on there with them that you know, people come up with these ideas for their projects. I don't even know if it was you guys that said this. Somebody said it.
Yeah.
But the tools allow you to like build your own ideas that you wouldn't have even come up with before the tools existed.
Yeah, I remember seeing.
So it's pretty cool seeing what people are doing with the stuff that's on WAXDAO right now.
It gives us the space to be good at what we're good at. Like, you know, we're artists. We're good at art. We would rather take the time we have to focus on the artwork. If someone else can build a tool and the means to make our collection interesting without us having to, you know, teach ourselves how to smart contract develop, it gives us the time and space to continue doing the things that play to our strengths, you know. And so NFT blocks kind of did that with blending, and you see how a lot of projects kind of latched onto that. And now that you're basically offering the ability for any creator to have their own R planet almost. And that just seems completely unattainable to me when we first started and got into R planet. It's like, seemed like such a crazy thing that we would never consider doing for ourselves. And now here it's, you know, a few clicks away. So it opens up a lot of avenues for people who have abilities to do things they never really thought they could figure out themselves.
It looks like you way overhauled the like user interface here. Let me go back to this.
There's
a lot way nicer. Wow.
Some of the pages aren't like fully updated yet, so you'll see some stuff that still looks old and crappy, but it's all going to be done soon.
This is much more like compartmentalized now that it's not such an information overload. It's a lot easier to be like, okay, I see at the top I can go NFT farms, staking pools. So let's start with NFT farms. So this is similar to our planet, like Mark was just saying, where there's tools here for creators to create farms where the people can stake their NFTs and get paid out in tokens, so that I can, as a user, come to NFT farms and go to all farms and participate in these farms. But just click here and scroll down, and then like here's a farm, for example. A devil's food. It looks like it's paying out food token, and it ends on December 31st, so end of the year.
There's also a tool to make your own token as well. So I guess they go hand in hand if you want to reward people with your own token.
This part would be like, if, as a user, I could come here. If I'm a collector of this NFT collection, I could stake. Oh, it tells you which templates I could stake here. That's cool. Total NFT. Oh, there's only 6 staked in this pool. So if you jumped in here with one of these templates, you'd probably get a pretty sizable cut of this distribution. But the other side would then be, like Mark was saying, if I'm not just coming here to use the tool, I could come and create a farm.
Yeah, this page still looks like crap. Sorry, but
so it looks like you can choose which token you want to incentivize. So some of these pools are incentivizing Wax, and others are incentivizing with like Ether, and so it's, I guess it's up to the.
Look at some of these. Let's look at some of the pools here first of all. What other people are doing. So we got the food token. This one's paying in Wax. Another one in Wax. Oh, another food one.
Yeah, Online In set up like 5 farms or something like that. The food token.
Oh yeah, it's several Wax. So you can totally, if you own any of these NFTs, you could come here and oh, here we go. 10 million Ether, it looks like, being sent out here. So this is like your own version of our planet he's working on. I feel like this will be a better sell when Ether mining stops printing for a collection, if there people want to do that. But that would be an option for people here. But yeah, there's a bunch of collections listed here. So if you have any of this stuff, you could totally just come. Oh, like this guy. But this ended 0.
It actually, I don't think he put anything in there yet. It was waiting a couple of days or something.
Oh, I see. But yeah, so there's a lot already just like for collector, not creator, like to do here. But then if you're the creator, like all those collections are set up manually by just creators, so you can do that through.
Yeah, it's pretty user friendly too. You know, it's just very straightforward.
If I have my phone, I can manage it here.
You know, with the token creator, just like, you know, mint tokens, issue tokens, transfer tokens per token. Those are all very approachable things. You don't need to be like some crazy programmer to understand.
Do I have to be the collection owner to create a farm here? Or could I, as a fan of a collection, be like, create a farm. If you stake this collection, I'll pay you this token, but I'm not affiliated with that collection.
Yeah, you could be anybody. You can reward people for holding anything.
Oh, shit. Yeah. It's actually kind of fun.
I don't know if it's like, I mean, the goal is to make it as decentralized as possible.
Yeah,
I think like maybe
decentralized.
Some people might get pissed off because they might feel like it devalues their collection if someone like adds staking to it without asking them, I guess. So there is that side. But it is what it is.
So I could try like creating, just to walk through it here, like on stream. I feel like that would really help people see. If I just created a like pool for like Neon Space and funded it with like 100 Wax from this wallet.
Sure, yeah.
I could start that by
first. We're visual learners here.
I'm very visual too. So I would first need, to create a pool. Let's try it.
You're doing token staking, right? Not NFTs.
I guess, what do you guys want to see in the chat? Would you rather go
NFT farm? If you're doing a Neon Space one, you should probably do NFT farming.
We have a token we could stake there too, but you're right. That was token staking though. So I should go back to NFT and then say create farm. Let's see what it takes first of all to create a farm here. So I'd need to come up with a farm name.
Yeah, and there's a YouTube channel that I'll link in the chat here that
logo. Okay, I'll have to create.
There's a lot of tutorials for how these things work, which I appreciate that content that you put out there. There's for how many users there are on Wax, you know, I feel like creating more content of just trying to walk people through some of these mechanisms, particularly because it's on the EOS chain, and EOS is not as familiar to a lot of people that are used to, you know, Ethereum based ecosystems.
Yeah, I try to break things down like as simple as possible for people who can't understand anything at all.
All right, so now the next thing is going to be
a lot of people that come in from like say Funko or Hot Wheels and stuff. They're like, okay, well, I already collect these things. Now I'm getting into this crypto NFT space and I have zero context. So you see a lot of people that come in that aren't crypto people. They're more collectors, and so this is the more and more of that content to be an on ramp for people is I think important, so people can feel more comfortable in the space.
Yeah, because I do have I have videos on like how Wax resources work and how to set up an Anchor wallet and all that kind of stuff on my channel too. So it's not just tutorials about WAXDAO.
So here we go. EOS.token. This is the Wax token contract. If you're looking for that, I found it just by going to blocks and choosing a token.
All right, here you go, Max. KY says do Burn Street schema and blend token. So it's an NFT farm with arbitrage.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Because the blend tokens are under the Burn Street schema, right?
Yeah, that's right.
By the way, I sent 2 NFTs to one of those wallets that you guys told me about.
Yeah, there's some WoJack packs. So
yeah, for giveaways or whatever. But I was also going to say, it costs. You can burn 1 WoJack to set up a farm. I don't know what you plan on doing right now. If you're actually,
I was just gonna go through like every step. So if part of that is buying one of the WoJacks, I was gonna buy one and then rip it and like.
Yeah, we'll save those for the giveaways, and we can just buy one. We were planning on playing around with this tool anyway, so.
Just to demonstrate what I'm looking at right now here is, so I'm telling it I want to reward Wax. So it's asking for the reward contract token. If I was going to reward something like CPR instead, I would just look it up, and then this would be the contract. So just in case someone is trying to figure out what this is for your specific token, you can look at your own wallet, like on Block Explorer, and then like find the token that is your token. Like if I wanted to give out Neon token, and then this would be the contract address to add right here. Is that correct? Right? I'm not misleading people here.
That's correct. And also, if you created your own, because this question comes up a lot, if you created your own token on WAXDAO and you don't know the contract address, it's literally your wallet address that you used to deploy the contract. So if your wallet address is like, Max, Max is Wax wallet, and you deployed your token contract there, that's the contract address.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. And then the token decimal you can also find on blocks usually, or I guess this one doesn't, but I think Wax has
Wax is 8.
8, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wax is 8. And then minimum staking period 1 day. So that would mean you'd have to lock. If I say 1, that would be 1 day. So that would mean if you do participate in this pool, you won't be able to unstake everything for 1 day after engaging the staking contract.
That's correct.
And then pool expiration date. Let's do like a 1 month, and I can just recreate if I create a pool and then want to fund it for longer, or create another, refill the pool, I guess, for another month. Would that be another payment to set it up? Is it worth it to kind of set it up for a longer term? Or is that
the way it works is basically whatever you deposit as rewards, and you can add to it as often as you want, by the way. Whatever you deposit, the entire pool size gets divided up among the amount of hours left until it expires. If you set this to expire in a month and then you put 100 wax in the pool, it means every day there's going to be about 3.3 wax that go out as rewards. If you set it to expire in a year and you put 365 wax in the pool, every day 1 wax is going to go out as rewards. You can, before it expires, there's an option to extend it for 10 wax. So you don't have to set up a whole new pool. And that allows people, I guess, to keep bigger reward chunks for a shorter period of time, if that makes sense. And then extend it again to keep the rewards larger. Does that make sense?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. So you could then you can also start doing more higher rewards initially, and then have them gradually go down as you keep topping off and extending. Exactly. That makes sense. So I guess I'll try it for 2 months, let's say. So it'd be the 14th is 2 months, September 14th. And then a payment method. So now it's looking for 1 burned WoJack.
So this is paying for the service. So you can burn 1 WoJack, or it costs 250 wax.
So in order to do that, I'm gonna just middle mouse click on one of these links up here, just to bring up a second tab, and then bring up the WoJack NFT, and then take a look here. NFT drop is still ongoing, and the WoJack. So you just saw it was asking for 200
250 wax,
250
WoJack,
wax, or 25,000 WoJack token. And then we can see if I buy one of the WoJacks here, that is 109 wax. So it's a substantial discount if you're going to pay with wax anyway. So I'll just do that.
And so you can stake the WoJack NFTs and earn the WoJack token. That's how you get the specific WoJack token, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I can go back to here, WoJack NFT, and now unpack. And here's my guy. Let's unpack him. Success.
Yeah, I need to make this a little nicer look because now you're like, where do I go next?
Yeah. So now, usually I have, let's see. If I come here, my NFTs.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
what does it look like?
Yeah, IPFS sucks sometimes.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, but now I have to burn him too in order to access that payment. So burning him is just done in my wallet too, right? Like I don't need to.
No, you would paste the asset ID. I'm writing this down actually right now because I should put the asset ID there on that page. Because that's not the asset ID, that's just the name. You might have to go to your wallet on Atomic Hub.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that next here just to show how.
So you do need to burn it within the app.
Yeah, normally like I do show the asset ID on the create farm page, but since you already have it filled out and you don't want to refresh, you're not going to see your asset on there.
Oh, right. So say my inventory, and then here's my new WoJack. And if I click on him, the asset ID is this number here, or the template ID is this one. Or so that's the template. This is the asset ID. The white.
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, exactly. 1099, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the one we need. So do we need the hashtag or just the number?
Just the number.
Okay, so we'll take the number, and now we can jump back over here and choose one WoJack NFT. Oh, so here it's asking for which one do I want to burn. Now I'm telling it that's the one I want to burn. So let's add, let's see, I got to add some other stuff up here still. Farm name. We'll call this one Neon.
You do Yield Farmers United. I mean, we have a sign for that.
It has the requirements of an EOS or waxed username.
Oh, got you. Okay, so we're gonna have to do lowercase. I feel like Yield Farmers United is too indescript. How about Neon Yield Farm or something?
Oh, it has to be 12 characters. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it could be less than 12, but it can't be more.
So did the WoJacks, did you do the artwork for that? Did you outsource that?
No, I did that myself. I did everything myself, the whole thing.
Oh, damn. Okay. Is it generative or is everything pre-minted?
It's generative. I mean, I drew all the traits myself, but then I actually have a video on YouTube of me. I did it with a PHP script. I wrote a PHP script on YouTube, like live on video.
Oh, that's sweet.
And I generated all the NFTs. It was pretty cool. Probably unnecessary with the tools out there, but
yeah, sometimes it's cool to see how it's made, though. See what's under the hood.
I think your name's too long there.
Yeah, it is. It's not stopping me from going too long.
Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah.
Let's see. We'll call it Neon Yield.
Oh, and then you can upload an IPFS hash.
Okay, yeah, I don't have a hash yet. That's 100 by 100. I don't think.
We have a 100 by 100 neon one, but I don't know if it's hosted.
Oh, you do? You wanna hit me with it, and I'll host that right now, and I can show how it's hosted and shit as well, so that someone who's doing this can see how to do all of this shit step by step. Okay. Can you hit me with it in like Discord if you find it?
And then yeah. Just give me a minute.
Anything square is fine. By the way, I just put 100 by 100, but it's gonna resize it if you put something bigger. So if you have like 500 by 500, that's fine too.
Gotcha. Yeah, hit me with the square one, Mark, and I'll use that. I guess I could use, if you have the blend token one, actually, I could do that because we're gonna do it so it's just the blend token.
Sure, we had one around here somewhere.
So let's see. I'm gonna find that blend token it's looking for. So here, I'm gonna talk through my thought process. I'm telling it specific template, and now it's looking for the template ID. And it looks like I can do multiple template IDs, but this farm, the objective here is to just have the blend token be stakeable, and everything else is not. So I'm going to just find the blend token's template ID by going back to market and finding one of them on the market. Yeah, let's see. I have to search by blend. Well, I have to hit enter. Okay. So, and then this is the template ID this time. So we'll copy this and paste that here. If I was going to add another template, it would be comma and then immediately pasting the next number, no spaces.
It'll trim spaces if you do add them, but yeah, don't put them.
Nice.
Just to be safe, you might as well not put them.
Nice. All right, so now we have our template defined, and I just need the image that Mark's pulling up. So once you make your own image, like a square image, the way that I'm gonna, I guess here I'll show you a cheap way to host your own super small image. This will be kind of funny. I'm gonna go to Atomic Hub and log out and log in with my cloud wallet, and then just go to NFT Creator. Choose one of like the fake collections I have, or these are like test collections where I do like sample stuff with, and then you can say create a new NFT. If you haven't created your templates yet, you'd have to create templates. Just gonna select. Sure. Oh wait, no, I create a new template.
Did you do that Oreo one for Paul?
Oh yeah. I just had an Oreo picture on it.
Oh, that's funny.
Max supply. Okay, so then I'm gonna do upload image.
Yeah, Max's husband runs a Twitter account that does fake Oreo flavors. I forget what's it called? Like upcoming Oreos or something like that.
Save it. Yeah, upcoming Oreos.
Yeah, it's just so just as a random aside, it's got like 12,000 followers, which is really funny to me.
It's more followers than I have.
Yeah, just for fake Oreo Photoshop.
It got up to 13,000 followers in like a few months, and then Nabisco like cease and desisted it, and it got like taken down. So we remade it and said that it was in the description it says Narc Bisco instead of Nabisco, and then we put like not affiliated with Nabisco. Almost back at the 14,000 again or something too. It's pretty funny.
Hilarious. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's 100 by 100, the one I sent you.
All right, so I'll say this. I'm going to upload it to Atomic Hub here and let Atomic Hub create the IPFS hash for me. Now
so you don't actually have to mint it, but it'll automatically create the hash.
So the hash now is created. And now that I have here, I can say paste that here. Okay, we got a specific template. We've set our template. We set the collection, in space. Just double checking because I hand typed this. Normally I like to copy paste everything.
Was the template you did the burn token?
Yeah.
Oh, I am the KY is getting ready to destroy that.
I had like 100 wax for 2 months, so chill out. I am the KY.
Pump the brakes, duder.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so now I have pretty much everything set. I haven't defined how much wax to add yet. Let's see.
Yeah, you can actually do that after you create the farm. You'll be able to go to the manage farms page.
Let's do that. So I'm creating farms, and here it brings up the transaction. And if you are like a nerd, you can double check all this stuff and see how it works on the front end before it hits the contract. Success. You can now send funds to your rewards pool on the My Farms page, it says.
Okay, I see. So you create the farm, and then you can fund and top it off and extend it.
So now I'm going to go to, let's see, it's NFT farms, and then manage farms. And yeah, there it is. It's going to take a second, hopefully, to populate my IPFS hash here.
This page sucks. I got to redo that one. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
But I'm going to say edit farm anyway. And then say, let's see. So now where do I go to top this bad boy off?
Right on the left-hand side, there's a menu there. It says manage farm. Down, lower. The left side.
On the left side.
Oh, derp. I see it. I was looking on the right side for some reason. Okay, so here we go. Oh, cool. And you can update the logo in case it was like not working or whatever. I could do that.
Oh, nice.
So let's see. So deposit rewards, enter token amount 69. Let me check what I have liquid in my wallet. I don't want to get overdrawn here.
I think I was waiting until we got closer to this, but there was a question earlier. So I'm the KY. You said you allow for a real burn of FTs. Is there additional information on that contract, and how do you allay concerns of a compromise there? So I think he's talking about the token creator tool and your ability to burn FT tokens out of circulation, if I'm understanding that right.
Yeah, so I actually open sourced that contract, by the way. So anybody who, if you just want to look at it, or you don't want to pay the $10, it's fine. You're more than welcome to go to my GitHub and check it out and launch it yourself. But basically, the way that it works is there's a retire function on the regular EOS.io.token contract. And when you click retire, what it does is it just goes circulating supply minus equals the amount. So it subtracts the amount you want to retire. But it removes it from circulation on the regular standard contract. It doesn't lower the max supply. And in my contract, I literally added one line of code that says, there's the first line that says minus circulating supply, and then right under it says minus max supply. That's literally it. It's no security issue. It's nothing. It's
I see. So it's just an additional thing so that the issuer of the contract can't issue more tokens at a later date up to that max cap.
Exactly. So retire normally in the standard contract removes it from circulation, but you could just reissue it later. So it's not a real burn. I know the typical method is that people will like create a wallet and remove the keys from it and then send tokens there, and they can't be retrieved. But I don't know. I think a real burn is better in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's a more roundabout way to accomplish just a real straight up burn. It seems way less cumbersome.
And once you've burned those tokens,
to that GitHub, by the way, if you want to just throw that in the chat.
Yeah, let me find it.
I'm almost ready to hit here, but it's asking me for token precision, and I'm actually not sure what that is.
8 decimals. It's the decimal places. Just put 8.
Oh, that's what it's asking. Oh, gotcha. 8. Oh, there it is. Okay, nice. So now if I'm trying to add 120, that way it's 1 wax per day for 2 months. And I feel like that's
for the blend token, the Neon Space NFT blend token template.
All right, so then I'll say add the 100.
You're hearing it here first live. You want to rush into that
success. Pool. Your tokens are now in the rewards pool. Okay, so now
you said the payout is what, hourly, or is it once a day?
Yeah, it's hourly. So basically, the formula is like total pool divided by hours left, and then the amount divided by the amount of NFTs in the pool gives you the reward per NFT per hour.
Oh yeah, look at that. And then here you have Neon Yield.
Oh, weird. It's not showing up.
It might be like slow poking around on the
oh, I see.
Yeah, I think also I've noticed that sometimes that happens like when you first upload it, but I guess the way IPFS works is that, when somebody fetches something, it kind of remains on their server for 24 hours or on their IPFS node. So I think like as something gets requested, it kind of stays pinned. Like if you keep requesting it over time.
Yeah. Like if you do this and then try to mint your NFT on NFT blocks, that also helps it populate better.
I posted my GitHub link in the chat here.
Nice. Okay, so let's see. It'll pop up here, and if it doesn't, I can always adjust that later by just adding this. But now it shows me here I have these, so stake NFTs. Here I have a few, so now I can say stake. I'm the KY to the punch here.
Yeah, you have to.
You need to deposit RAM to the farm. Oh, okay. So I haven't deposited my RAM yet.
Yeah, if you go to my wallet on the left, bottom left. So if you go back.
All farms are back to managed farm, or
your own farm where you just were. Like if you hit back twice on the browser, you should.
Oh, okay, sure. 3 times now.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. My wallet.
Yeah, if you click deposit RAM, basically, it's $10 for a farm, and there's no limit. People could add thousands of NFTs. So the catch basically is you're responsible for your own data. That's all.
Oh, I see. So I got to add the RAM for this. This is where if I add this is going to be RAM used to host the NFTs people stake to the farm.
Exactly. When they stake, the contract will actually buy RAM with their Wax deposit, and then it'll store their data. And then when they unstake, the contract will sell that RAM and send it back to them. So it's not like a fee; it's just a temporary deposit.
Gotcha.
But they
and
are.
Then you can withdraw it too eventually if I wanted to.
Yeah. But the only thing is that they are exposed to the RAM price. Like if the RAM price fluctuates, but I mean, nothing I could do about that.
No, that's just how RAM in your own wallet works too. So that's just the deal. Okay, so now I've done that. Now I can say,
oh, there it is. NFTs. Nice. Oh, must have been the RAM. That was the key.
Yeah, I added 50 RAM. So there you go. Success. Okay, great.
I also at the top right, if you click that little toggle button,
stick this one.
There's an option to stake multiple at the same time, so you don't have to sign separate transactions.
Oh, there you go. Seeing like boom, boom, boom. This will fail because I already staked these outer twos.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, well, actually, here, when you add more tokens to the reward pool, does that raise the hourly rate per hour as far as the reward?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it'll update in real time when it fetches every hour, like how much the reward would be, or when it's doing that equation of how much is in the pool versus how many hours are left.
Yeah, the contract once per hour, or like I do it 4 times per hour, but it'll fail if it's already been done that hour. It'll just skip it. But yeah, basically once per hour, the contract's going to check the size of the reward pool. It's going to check how many NFTs are staked in it, and it's going to do all the math. So if the reward pool has been updated, then it's going to get the updated price there and give bigger rewards.
Okay, and then let's see. So like you're paying with a WoJack. There's a question here. So you're paying with a burned WoJack. So what's the full value of one WoJack burn? Is that one farm from anywhere between like 1 day and a year?
There's no limit on how long you can have a farm. Once you have a farm, it's yours. So you can either burn a WoJack for a farm, which lasts, forever. There are little things like little tiny upgrades that don't really cost much, but I mean, like, extending the farm for 10 wax if you need to do that.
Mm-hmm. But can you extend the farm after it's expired?
I'm not 100% sure. Like, I have to look at the contract, but either way, if you try that and it fails, I'll just update the contract because there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do that.
Oh, so when the farm expires, it's not like you have to burn another WoJack to restart it because the parameters of the farm are already established.
Yeah, exactly. Like, again, I just have to look. I might have put something in there to like check if it expired when someone tries to extend it, but I don't think that's necessary because, I mean, why shouldn't you be able to start it back up?
Yeah. Well, this is kind of cool, and particularly knowing that you did this basically in May. It's pretty wild to see how far you came in 2 months.
I also now I just would like to take a second to notice here. I just created a staking system for my collection in a few clicks here. Very no smart contract, no dev work needed. That's really cool. You're creating value for indie creators that would absolutely not be able to afford a developer to do this for them, but definitely can go through the steps we just did to do this, to build additional value for their collection. And I could start, now we've only even covered this first tab. There's this staking pools too, where you can stake fungible tokens. So you got here's food, and WoJacks you can stake for wax.
There's not much in there. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to designing this part yet, so it still looks like shit, but I'll get around to it soon.
Yeah, but this is another thing where it's the way that I could see something like this is we give out neon token rewards, LP rewards. So it's we could create an LP farm and have the staking token be the box token, the box NW or whatever it is, token that represents our liquidity pool. And then the liquidity rewards would just be being paid out we could extend every month, or we could even put the rewards up for 3 months at a time or something. And then you wouldn't have to do anything manually anymore.
100%.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I meant to. I've been meaning to rebrand this as LP Farms just so it kind of gets the point across more.
Yeah, right. Because that's definitely something that I would say I would love to see more people, especially because this isn't it's a new kind of DeFi aspect to what exists on Wax, but it doesn't require that I supply my liquidity to this platform. It would allow me to take liquidity from Box or from Alcor and use that liquidity to do additional things on this platform, which I think that's really exciting. So like it doesn't dilute the availability of actual like, you know, liquidity already on the books, but just adds to the ecosystem, which is really cool. And then token creators, the next tab here, if you want, you can create your own currencies. And let's see, it starts with a tutorial.
Yeah,
and that's also,
can you reward multiple tokens for staking?
Right now, it's only one per farm, so you'd have to make a separate farm if you wanted to do that.
I see.
I do. I don't know. I don't want to like make promises that I'm not going to deliver. So, you know, I don't.
If you say it out loud once, people will hold you to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You gotta be careful.
I was just gonna say I've been kind of having an idea about like, you know, how like Curve and stuff, they do these like multiple token pool. Like I was some type of like synthetic token that combines different tokens.
Oh,
like
God,
3
you
different
said
tokens.
the secret word. Max goes crazy for Curve.
Curve is one of my favorite protocols in DeFi. It's so fucking cool.
But it would be cool to like create a pool maybe where you could take, you know, just for example, like 1 Wax and 1 Aether and 1 WoJack and like combine it to mint some other token that's like represents all 3, and then like reward people with that in the farm.
Yeah, that'd be super dope. And then that token would you be able to unwind that position again to reclaim?
Yeah,
like in Curve?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Just like an LP dope. Token, really, something like that.
Yeah.
But
you could definitely, especially if you're like a gaming adjacent like collection, you wanted to create a farm, you could create like the gaming token, like the equivalent of like the CRV3 token, but be like TLM, Aether, and Brawl or something, and just be like, that's the game, you know, the core of the game tokens right now, and then you can earn this token which represents all of them. And then if you're the person receiving the reward and you happen to be playing Alien Worlds, you could redeem your reward 100% as TLM, while a different participant could be redeeming 100% as Brawl, while a further participant still could redeem a mixed bag of all 3. Like, it's such a cool protocol. Like, the Curve stuff is fucking phenomenal. I would love to see that kind of thing incorporated into like a Wax. That gets me intensely excited, but it's also like, it's so like the implication of why it's so exciting is lost on a lot of people, because it is kind of like stupid complicated.
Yeah, when you explain it in a scenario like that, I think it clicks a lot more.
Yeah, it's cool.
Think about how people would actually use this.
It's basically like you can create token indexes that are not representative of those tokens. They are those fucking tokens. They're like indexes that are the actual basket of assets that they're indexing. It's phenomenal. Like, really cool.
Well, as far as like, so I mean, you're deploying all these contracts. These contracts are holding tokens. They're holding NFTs, right? It is a custodial. Is it custodial, right? It's holding NFTs. Yes. So I mean, as far as do you get your smart contracts audited, or do you just like have them all open source on GitHub and just kind of let it?
Yeah, right. Public? Right now, I haven't open sourced anything. Auditing is like insanely hard. Just for a beginner is probably not the best word, but like a startup, you know, that's expensive. It's a lot of money to get contracts audited. A lot, like $20,000, crazy numbers like that. So no, not really, but I keep up to date on security as best as I can. I mean, there's a lot of very basic checks that you have to run with the ISAO contracts, like man-in-the-middle attacks, where because you can have a chain of different contracts that like all get notified about something. And if you don't check who like the first contract in the chain was, it'll look like you received the transfer, but you really didn't. There's a lot of things involved.
Yeah. That's how the Uniswap hack happened recently, where they basically polluted the contract address of those tokens that they airdropped from the attacker's wallet by having them route through the Uniswap official wallet and making it look like people are getting dropped stuff from Uniswap when they weren't. And then they got fished like $10 million worth of Uniswap V3 shit. That happened like 3 days ago.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. I do have the contract on hardware wallets, so at least that's something. I was
going to follow up with that.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, I think as the ecosystem of like people who are creating these contracts too, like Stuck at 6, yourself. I mean, there's a handful of them. I think there's just not as much of a hub of like developers on EOS as opposed to other major chains. So I think as Wax grows, EOS grows, then you kind of have all these developers that are traveling in the same circles, and hopefully you can all scratch each other's backs in that way, or create like a culture of like checking each other's stuff, you know?
Yeah, I definitely ask a lot of questions in like the developer Discord and stuff like that. So that helps at least. There's been some pretty helpful people. Yeah, Wax community in general is very helpful for the most part, which is good.
Yeah. It's a supportive community for sure.
Well, do we want to go through the DAO part and then we can jump into?
Yeah, I was about to ask. I hadn't even seen the DAO part in the previous iteration of the site. So what's here at the top? There's a DAO section, and let me see. I'll start by checking all DAOs. But what is the DAO ones here? Oh,
so these are only just actually the one on the right, WAXDAO, is a real DAO that I created for WAXDAO. Aside from that, the other two were just like test DAOs from testing. I kind of have to delete them still.
Let's see here, WAXDAO. Test proposal because I'm testing. Open pending. Oh, okay. So this is like you could create like voting like interfaces for people here. So would you be able to like, would I be able to, for example, create a DAO for Neon Space and be like, hey, the stuff you have staked into the pool also gives you voting rights on these proposals?
That's coming in one of the next iterations. I want to tie the staking of the farms and the staking pools into the DAOs, because right now someone would have to stake directly to the DAO and there's no reward pool there. I know people are going to want that functionality, so that's definitely coming soon.
Okay, so you could say like you have to have a certain level of stake in order to make a proposal, and you can make rules along those lines.
Yeah, it's very customizable. There's going to be more stuff soon, but in the first version here, it's just tokens, not NFTs yet. So you're able to make a DAO and specify like what token needs to be staked in order to vote in that DAO. You're able to specify a threshold, like what percent of people have to vote. Is it 51% that needs to pass a vote? Or you can also set the minimum amount of tokens that someone needs to hold in order to create a proposal. And all these different kinds of things. So it's pretty customizable.
Super cool. So, and like, even though I'm not like the creator of this, I could just come in here and start submitting proposals.
Yeah, as long as you hold whatever token is, so you can click about and you can see the details for that.
Oh yeah, let's see.
So how are you setting up your DAO? Obviously this is like an example. Are you trying to build in DAO functionality for your own platform through the WoJack token and, people proposing new tools or things like that?
Yeah, exactly. This DAO right here is actually meant to be that. I just haven't really made any proposals or anything yet, but pretty much. Really cool. I definitely want the community to be able to vote. It's going to be with the WAXDAO token. So I know that's another name besides WoJack. It's probably confusing. Basically, when I created WoJack, it didn't have any precision, no decimal places, and I realized that was stupid. So I created another token called WAXDAO. It doesn't like inflate the supply or dilute anybody. It's just one-to-one swap. You can go both ways, and it allows to have more precision.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so WAXDAO is just WoJack, but with like decimal places added.
Exactly, yeah. You could always swap both ways, one-to-one. And if I burn 100 WoJack, I'm also going to burn 100 WAXDAO. So it's like, exact same thing as before.
Oh, okay, cool. I see. Yeah, nice. So it's just like I see. Yeah.
Is there a way that like the DAO will govern the execution of a proposal too, if it's somehow tied to tokens or NFTs?
Yep, that's in the plans. Definitely the first version here. You can see like when you go to create a proposal, it'll ask you what the type is, and it just says standard is the only type right now. That's just going to be a basic, yes or no, or you could put like 4 different choices. I think I have it set as right now. And just have people vote, and then it's up to humans to actually execute it. Mm-hmm. But in the next version, there's going to be treasuries involved where like you can actually propose a transaction itself, and then once you click execute, it's going to do all the math, check if it passed, and it'll automatically send whatever asset you proposed to whatever wallet you proposed.
So that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Damn, that's like sophisticated too. Like these types of tools. Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, this was not easy, man. There's like multiple thousands of lines of code already in the contract.
Wow. That's definitely very impressive. I'm excited for all this. Damn, this is going to add so much more utility to people who like, there's so many like projects in the space who build themselves as a DAO to begin with, who don't even have like remotely close to the infrastructure that you're building here for that, like, which they could now just easily adopt. That's so cool.
Yeah, I've seen a couple projects talking about coming over just because it's so much easier. Like, why this is not easy to build. It takes a long time, and it's like even harder than the code itself is the logic. There's just so much planning involved in this. Like, what do you
there's a lot of variables involved when you think about it.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that's dope though.
That's not bad. I mean, how does that compare in your experience, Max, as far as like the cost of a smart contract to implement a DAO like this? I mean, 500 wax seems pretty affordable to me for what you're getting in exchange, but I don't have an idea of what the broader market's like.
This is also a one-time fee. Like, it's not like you're paying some type of maintenance or upkeep other than RAM. Like,
yeah,
this is really like really accessible, and like, damn, it's really cool, especially as like the code stuff being open sourced is like kind of like a public letting the community do the what is it called,
auditing,
basically the auditing for themselves. So it's like you can audit it to your own liking effectively because it's open source. Just
to be clear, the DAOs I have only open sourced the token contract so far. I haven't open sourced the rest just because I don't think I'm really ready to do that yet. It's like, I don't know, trade secrets or something.
Yeah, for sure. The second you open source it, someone with like a marketing budget could just copy paste it and beat you to market share. Yeah,
exactly.
That makes sense too.
No one on Wax is really open sourcing their stuff, I don't think, at all. And pretty much everyone I've seen has keys on their contracts too. Even if it's multi-sig, still, it doesn't really make a difference.
And to be kind of honest, I would say like there's not really a demand for audited contracts on Wax. Nobody really cares.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah,
I maybe as it grows, because I know it is custodial and stuff. So, but
yeah, that's cool. So you can create one, and then once you have one, similarly, you manage it here. Damn, you really like the facelift to the interface is great. It really like compartmentalizes stuff to what I want to do.
Yeah, so it's not completely done either, because I think as I add more products, just that bar at the top is just going to get
too crowded.
So I think what I'm going to do is like home and then our services. And then if you click our services, it'll show you like everything, the NFT farms, staking pools, and then.
I see. Oh yeah, like have a little like, yeah, that's a good idea too. But I really like this. Like, it used to all just be like one continuous sheet that had everything, and now this way it's like, oh, I'm here for NFT farming. Let me check all farms, and now I have like a much cleaner like little place to find the neon yield pool.
Yeah, some people were complaining that the sidebar was gone. I was like, I think it looks so much better now.
Yeah, no, the sidebar was cool as like a developer tool, I'd agree, but like for like a user-facing tool or like a user-facing platform, this is definitely way cleaner.
Yeah, and I think someone had asked or maybe suggested about maybe doing like leaderboards for the NFT farms. Like are these? Could you like sort these by like who has the deepest liquidity?
Yeah, I definitely plan to add not only sorting, but also just a search bar in general that'll like you could just type in NE and it'll pull up like neon yield.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorting options would definitely, it's becoming more important now that there's like over 50 farms on there. It didn't matter so much a few weeks ago, but
yeah, I mean, clearly there's a market for it. If 2 months you got 50 different collections trying to do this kind of thing,
Yeah, 2 months since the idea. It's really only been 1 month since I launched this.
Oh shoot, yeah, that's even great. That's crazy. Yeah, now you can, and I do like the idea that you can have. I see the dichotomy that if you have like a user built farm that could maybe take away from existing things from a collection. So I see the positives and the negatives here, but I do think that community run incentives or staking pools, if you have some like van decides to get crazy and like has some sort of Nova Rally staking pool, I think that's kind of cool that you can see the users kind of create value and engagement within the games that they like. I think that's a positive thing. Or
right, they're your fucking assets. Like I bought these NFTs, they're my NFTs. It's up if I want to turn this into like a pool or staking thing, like that's up to me.
Yeah, that's the power of the ownership of things, right? If I own a lot of stuff and that has a value to it. So I think it's kind of an interesting dynamic, and I'm curious to see organically how users, not just collections, will kind of play around with these things, because then you could have DAOs like for example, we like to play Coin Pirates. You could have like a DAO within your little guild of Coin Pirates, so you could have like an unofficial guild with this blockchain game that you play and run it through a DAO on your platform.
You could totally like just get together with a few friends and like like play a game and then like pool all the earnings from the game into like a pool that like only you guys share in and just run it this way.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, you could definitely do some really froggy stuff. That's fucking hilarious. You could make some, yeah, you use this however you want. It's basically the tool is here to build like these products, but then like you can, you know, structure those products to create your own end like goal, which is
we could have like a ZOS guild or something with us and like our community members who also play the game, and then just like pool our resources together and see where it takes us. I don't know. I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah. You could even go on.
I was just going to say, just to put it out there, because I know you're probably staring at it and wondering, every hour it's going to, like, if there's 0 NFTs in there, it's not going to do any math. It's going to ignore it. You just put in 6. So like probably in the next 10 minutes or so, it's going to check and it'll update the hourly reward pool.
And then does it send the wax straight to people's wallets, or do you have to claim it?
If you go to my wallet, there's going to be a claim button.
Yes. So come here to my wallet.
And you don't have to claim every hour. You can, but you don't have to. You can just let it stack up.
Would you have to come and claim individually at each farm, or would a claim here claim across any other farms that also have?
It's just here, but that's definitely a good idea. I've been thinking about that. Just a claim all button.
So like if I participate in like multiple farms and I come over to here, just like a claim all and like show me like, oh, you've earned this much in all these different tokens. Claim them all right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. I should definitely do that. Yeah,
that would that'd be clean. But this is really cool, and there's a lot. I keep like stopping at Neon Space. I want to like scrub through this for a minute. Let's see.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like we've covered a lot of stuff. I was gonna pivot to the giveaway portion. We've taken your time for about an hour, so you don't have to say for the giveaways if you don't want to. But is there any other stuff like you wanted to cover before we kind of pivoted out?
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. I don't mind, but. Let me think. I have a bunch of plans, man. I have so many things on the list. I don't really know what to tackle. There's a lot of updates. The UI is going to be updated more. There's a lot of updates to existing products. There's a real like ultimate goal, a vision with the DAO product itself right now, but I'm really not ready to disclose it yet. And I'm sorry because I know I sound like I hate people that say that because they sound like they're full of shit all the time.
Big things coming. Trust me, bro.
I'm not doing. I don't want to be that guy, but I do have like a very clear idea with where I want to go with the DAOs that I haven't discussed yet. I hope to have more information on that in the next couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's great. It's a blank slate. I mean, that's the cool part about this space is your ability with this product is only as far as your imagination, as far as what tools you think creators would want. Personally, for our collection, if you had like a DAO that could propose tools, so like, your time is the product, right? Your coding ability is the product. So if like, we vote and we're like, hey, here's a tool that's really advantageous for collections like ours, and we buy a huge ass stake to kind of basically command your time to create a tool for us, I would totally use that DAO.
That's exactly what my vision for my own DAO was like when I first thought of it. So I think I actually even put that in the white paper itself. So that's definitely awesome. Part of the plan.
Yeah. So
that's already
to whale around.
I feel like in its current form, it's already like certainly like very useful and like extremely sophisticated. It might like, I think it's already like that. So it's exciting to hear like the vision you have for it moving forward is like a much bigger picture than what we are already seeing, because what we're already seeing is like impressive and like clearly super useful and gonna build value for a lot of other creators out there, which is like I love to see that.
I see this without sharing too much. I just see it as like a more useful product for everybody, I guess, coming soon, instead of just like creators. I don't really know how to word it without giving too much away about that, but I want it to be a place where like end users and creators can really get together with each other in a way that benefits both parties, if that makes sense.
All right.
I think Change Hands kind of like stumbles into that. Well, not stumbles, but moves into that realm too, like with their chain chimps, and then that opens up premium tools for collectors, like the automated buy and the automated sell rules. So I do think there is a market for premium tools that people are willing to pay for to make their ability to get drops or to work the market at like limit orders or things like that, that, you know, frequent and high volume traders would totally find an ability to get a service like that, you know.
I mean, look what NFT blocks did before NFT came along with their pre-minted pack generator. I paid $800 for them to set up pre-minted packs for me a year ago.
Yeah. So, you know, we paid a crap ton of money to Atomic Hub to do pack contracts for us, and now with the NFT stake, we just do it all by ourselves.
Yeah.
Right?
But I mean,
also,
yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, just in general, the like creator like facing tools on the Wax blockchain are very impressive. I think like you don't have to be a dev or like a blockchain expert to feasibly achieve creating your own collection with pre-minted pools and packs with blend mechanics, and now with like, you know, your own token with liquidity mining rewards, like all of that stuff. You could do all of it with these tools. It's remarkable. Like I don't see that landscape on every other blockchain, but you know, they're not all catered to NFTs either, so this is so fucking cool.
Oh man, I wouldn't mind doing like if you could have like a rental service or something. Like I know a lot of games are doing like NFT rentals, you know, like if you Coin Pirates does it, I think Splinterlands does it, where you can like rent your card NFTs and stuff like that. So if you could create a thank you, please comic standing. But yeah, if you could create a hub for pretty much any NFT project that you could like rent out your assets to other people, would be pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the list. That sounds good.
Because there's so much stuff that like I have some exposure to, but I probably don't play it very frequently. So if I could have my own means to rent out my NFTs, and there's a platform for it that doesn't require the specific project to lean into that factor or pay themselves or pay their own developers to make it, that would actually be pretty useful. But now we're just spitball.
I think I heard somebody mention something recently about a platform that's doing something similar, but is it not like the same thing? Some type of like NFT loaning protocol?
Yeah, CMW is doing something. So Credit Metaverse is the name of the.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's more like you're taking the value of your NFTs to then borrow wax again.
Taking like wax loans against collateralized NFTs. Yeah.
And then the longer term collateral.
The longer term vision of that would be like a peer-to-peer marketplace for collateralized loans, which could in effect be similar to a rental contract, where if I wanted to, you know, rent your NFT, Mark, I would say, hey, I'll give you, you know, I'll give you this amount of wax as a loan if you're willing to do that like loan kind of like exchange, and then I'll take your NFT. But it's not strictly speaking like for borrowing or renting NFTs as much as for collateralizing them and taking like wax loans, which is also really cool.
I'm just trying to think, because it's like, aside from the actual terminology being used, like the semantics, is that actually different? Like, because wouldn't you still need to get like some kind of collateral to make sure you don't lose everything if you want to loan out your NFT? Wouldn't it still have to work the same
I guess
way?
The difference is, I think the Credit Metaverse model would require the renter to pay interest, whereas a strictly renting by collateral thing could be more or less interest free, I suppose. You could be like, yeah, you can rent this as long as you put up the value of it in wax, and I don't need you to pay me an interest. Whereas like the idea of I guess, you know, structurally speaking, it is kind of very similar.
But could be like a one-time interest fee instead of like, okay. Well,
because why would you otherwise rent stuff out anyway if it's just for no benefit at all, other than to be a nice guy?
But if all right, go ahead.
Oh, no. You guys go ahead and keep chopping it up. But we do this every time. We like talk to people about their projects. Like, yeah, but could you do this?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm just thinking, like, if it was only a one-time fee, then what's to stop? Like, what if they just keep it? You kind of have to charge them. I don't know.
Yeah,
I gotta think about
it. It would have to be like it would have to be over collateralized too, for sure. Like, which is the Credit Metaverse model as well.
So we're gonna do lose out today, so he controls the marbles. So we're gonna do like some grubfish. Mike gave us 2 of these WoJack packs to give away, and then I'll do fuck it. We'll give away like a Hot Wheels on the third one. But so this first one, I'll give away this Mint 387. So if you saw earlier, this is 1, a profile picture, 2, you can burn it to pay for a staking pool or an NFT
pool, an NFT pool, or minting your own token, or minting
two WoJacks to make your own DAO. Or you can take it and earn the WoJack token or the WAXDAO token. So multiple uses here, but this would be a pack, so you would be able to get the RNG minting event as well. So anyway, I'll start that up. Just let me before I say it. So we'll do ! play if you like to join. You don't need to put your wallet. We have a separate form for that. So you can just do ! play without doing all the extra bells and whistles. But if you want to, I don't care either. So that is your audio cue.
Nice. Yeah. For the WoJack characters, is there like a super chase, like uber rare one?
There's blue ones that are there's only I think like 98 of them or something out of 10,000. I guess like alien or whatever you want to call them. I just call it blue, but I have a list of rarity traits on my old webs, like my personal website, MikeDcrypto.com. MikeDcrypto.com/WoJack. You can see a list of like all the different traits and how many there are of each one.
Do you have a background in like drawing or art too, or did you just teach yourself to be an artist as well?
Yeah, I have like a bit of a background in not like art. I'm not good at art. I've just always I like making shit. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah.
You know, when I came across the generative NFTs, that was like right up my alley because it's what I've always done. It's like I want to like find ways to solve problems and make complex things that put it all into motion.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I like the creative problem solving that comes with having your own business. You know, it's certainly an exercise in neon space, and I'm opening my own restaurant. There's lots of creative problem solving I've had to do constantly for that with the build process. So it's very rewarding and also kind of overwhelming at the same time. But when you kind of figure it out, it's like, okay, I'm judge, jury, executioner with this entire business. It's like, it's really empowering and intense at the same time. But when you figure it out and it works and you build it over time, it feels really awesome.
There's a lot of stress involved and it's not for everybody, but like, I don't know. I can't imagine a world where I don't get to feel those feelings. Like it's you just can't describe it. When I build shit and I see it come to life. Sorry if I keep cursing. I don't know if you do that on this channel.
Oh, dude. I mean, Max is literally smoking weed.
The way that I describe it to people is like, it probably sounds crazy, but when you see like athletes on TV that like win a championship and shit, like that's how I feel, like lightning running through my veins when I fucking build something. It feels like amazing just to watch it come to life. And it
fucking works. It works the way you envisioned it, and then you get like put it out there, and other people do crazy shit with it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you put it out there, you put all this work in, and you're like, okay, is this gonna work out the way I think it is? Are people gonna like it? And now you're clearly getting feedback from the community saying, yeah, this is a service we like. This is a service we are willing to pay for. And this is a service that we're willing to get creative with. So that's all a good pat on the back to say, okay, I'm not crazy. This is like a legit idea.
Yeah. The best part about that too, with the feedback, is just like, I can tell it's genuine. It's not people just like kissing my ass or anything like that. It's like very genuine thank yous that I'm getting from people because they're able to do things that they wish they could do before.
I could see that immediately. Yeah, you're supplying like absurd utility. You can create like all these things that like, you know, people would get quoted thousands of dollars for from a developer. You can now do yourself with a few clicks. And we didn't watch the tutorial videos, but each one of these steps has like detailed tutorials to go with it too. It's not like you're having to do this on your own, since you don't have, you know, the creator of the stuff on the other end of the microphone to be like, hey, wait, where's the button for this?
Yeah.
So it is all really well documented, and like it's huge value for indie developers, and you can it's exciting. It's cool.
I'll do another 30 seconds play if you wanted to join this giveaway for the WoJack pack. But I mean, we started Neon Space like in April of last year, and we were collecting on Wax, and it's just like, well, I mean, Max is an artist, Paul is an artist, Lou's a musician, you know, like I mean, we could do this, right? So that's basically how we thought about it. It's like, you think people will want to? It's like, I don't know. So let's make some stuff and just throw it out there and see what sticks. And then people are like, dude, this is really badass. Like, and then it's kind of snowballed from there. But you know, there is that moment of like, I guess we'll see if people want to pay money for neon signs.
Yeah, you just got to build and just watch it unfold and see what happens. You know, it's
take the lead, you know.
There's a lot of people that have a lot of things to say along the way. A lot of people that tell you to think realistically and just it's not a good time to do it. It's not going to work. And you know, those people they all change their tune real quick when all of a sudden there's 50+ farms on the site and 1,000 users, or you know, whatever the case is. No one has anything to say now.
And then it's like, I always believed in you. I always thought this was a good idea.
I was your biggest fan from the start.
Yeah. Oh man, I knew about this when you were just starting out, and I was always supportive.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, and this is people way more prevalent with the restaurant, but still with Neon Space too. It's like you tell people like, oh yeah, you know, I actually have a small business or whatever, and the first thing they say is like, oh, that's cool, tell me about it. It's more like, you know what you should do. Everyone's got an opinion and they want to tell you their opinion about how you should run your business.
It's like 90% of businesses fail in the first year. It's like, yeah, you know, go fuck yourself. Cool. What have you built?
It's like, I never asked your opinion.
Right? Yeah. It's like, that's fine. Then don't start your own business. Like, I'm doing all right.
Oh man. Yeah, I know everyone comes out the woodwork now. Like when I talk about Neon Space with friends, it's like, at first they're like, you know, NFTs, whatever, man. And then, you know, like we're kind of build. And then the market starts to dump and everyone's like, so you gave up on that NFT thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I get a lot of that. I've had so many conversations with so many people over the years about like cryptocurrencies. Cause like I was, you know, the annoying guy at the office back in like 2015 or whatever, being like, oh my God, buy this, is so fucking cool. And like I eventually got out of my system, but you always like people will reach out, especially in times when markets are down like this, and be like, you know, how's it going? Like, are you still like doing crypto stuff? And then when I'm like, yeah, it's what I do full time now. Yeah. Even then they're just like, what? Like, oh, like, and then they don't really want to follow up at that point. They really just wanted to reach out and be like, I told you so. Like, it all fell apart.
They don't want to find out more. They just wanted the gotcha moment.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start this guy. This does require some active participation in the chat. So, you know, there's exclamation point commands. I'm going to do the old school grubfish. I'll do some doom rollers later, maybe.
It's funny. I like blowing someone's mind when they were like, "Oh, all the crypto's down. Like you must have lost a lot of money." It's just like, well, you can make money on the way down too. You know, like.
Yeah, I heard that thing's down. You must be doing bad. It's like, no, actually, I just built this product. It's doing bad. I've made more in the last couple of months than I have in the last 2 years.
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah, and there's constantly like evolving opportunities and stuff. It's also like I had recently someone was like one of those gotcha like people who was always like, nah, not really interested. And I'm not very pushy about crypto these days because I got it out of my system years ago. But I mean, used to be for sure.
Yeah, but, Max, you know, I'm the idiot that was like, Max keeps trying to tell me in like 2011 or whatever to buy Bitcoin. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. Anyway, you want to go to this movie?
I was like, seriously, dude, like Future Mark will be really happy you did this. And
here I am, man. Like, man, I should have. Max tried so many times to tell me this thing, and it took me 5 years to really pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, but it was funny. Someone was like, "Oh, Ethereum's down like this much." We talked about it like at the bar like 2 months ago. Like, it's like, "Oh, you must have lost a lot of money." It's like, "Well, I mean, I was short since like 2,600. So now that it's like 1,000, that's, you know, $1,600 up per unit on the way down."
Yeah, you know, everyone's like, oh yeah, so you guys like broke now out of the market crash? It's like, no, because we run a smart business. Like we're not gonna try and gamble with Wax and try and like we can play the market on our own personal accounts. We're running a business. So we keep, when we make money in Wax, we convert what we need to cash and we keep Wax expenses in Wax. And you know, that's how you should run a viable business. I don't think it's that hard to do.
Yeah, it's wild. People are also like, since I do all that crypto stuff these days, people always are like, oh, like you must be losing when the markets are down. It's just like, I mean, I'm not like gambling for a living. It's not like it's risk management. It's like, you know,
I can't say that wasn't the case in the past for me.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely like, you know, got tied up in the ICO craze in like 2016, 17.
Oh my God.
I bought a bunch of trash I shouldn't have. I diversified out of Ethereum and Bitcoin into like shit coins that like lost me most of that Ethereum and Bitcoin.
Wow, this is a pretty intense grubfish.
Yeah,
Burst is threading the needle right now.
Yeah, he's just like fucking. Oh shit! This is it for Burst. How are you still alive?
He's going no inputs, no commands, just going pure.
Pure Zen. He's just sitting there like this right now. No, that's it. Oh, that was close as hell too. Damn, that was a savage game.
All right.
Oh man,
penny bags. Congratulations.
Penny bags.
What is? Did you guys build that? What is that?
No, this is another creator on Wax. It's called Grubfish, and Crittercraft is the collection. And the guy has like a huge background. His name's Gaz, and he has like a huge background in making like web-based games and Flash games and stuff. So there's actually NFT integration too. So the trails,
the different color blood and stuff.
Own.
Yeah, people who had like a different NFT would have like bleed differently when their guy dies, and they have a little like smoke behind them when they're cruising.
But we really like the Twitch integration. There's a lot of, people in the Wax world that stream on Twitch, Bursts of Energy, ourselves, BDAO. There's Valor and Vellum is in the chat too. And like, there's a whole bunch on Wax. So it's a very common space, particularly for this ecosystem. But yeah, so a lot of the game developers are trying to incorporate Twitch integration that you could do exclamation point play for like Nova Rally or Costume Clash or things like that.
Yeah, I don't know much about Twitch. I'm like such a boomer. I don't really follow anything. So it's like, I didn't even know what this thing was probably a month ago.
Honestly, we barely understand how Twitch works, and we've been streaming on Twitch for like a year. So like when people do like, hype trains and stuff, like we have no idea what's happening. Like that's just a thing that I don't know. Twitch just starts giving me a bunch of notifications. I don't know what it means, but it seems good.
When I think of Twitch, I think of them like e-girls that have like a million simps that pay them money and stuff like that just to watch them like sit there.
Yeah, well, I don't think we're gonna do any hot tub streams, nor would anyone want us to do hot tub streams, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a good way to get banned.
Oh man, yeah, it's a very fine line that they draw on what's cool and what's not cool on Twitch. Burst of Energy knows this better than anyone.
I simp for neons. I get simp in this context, Jeff. Isn't simp bad?
Simp means like you drool over something, like you want it really bad, I guess.
Yeah, it's like you try too hard to like you're
boomer.
You're like begging for attention, particularly with women.
Yeah, like you're desperate to get the thing.
I'll do Doom Rollers this time, but exclamation point play. I'll do a second WoJack pack.
That's flattering. The WoJacks, there's 10,000 total.
Extreme fanboy, which I guess maybe simp isn't. I feel like it has a negative connotation, but maybe it doesn't always.
Yeah, it does when you talk about like for dudes going after women, but if someone's like the person who just said they simp for Crittercraft or whatever it was, that's like a compliment.
Yeah.
I was flattered by that now that I.
Oh yeah, this is pretty funny. This is totally a thing on Twitch that people just literally stream themselves sleeping.
Oh my God.
Be like 5,000 people watching this person sleep. It's so weird.
There was the band Wolfpack.
You're literally making money in your sleep.
Yeah, the band Wolfpack did an album that's called Sleepify that streamed on Spotify. It was just 12 tracks of silence, and they used the money that their fans raised from playing that album on repeat while they were sleeping. They used the money to do like a free tour and like put on a bunch of free concerts for people, which is
that's pretty cool.
Dope.
At least,
yeah,
it was hilarious. That band does a lot of fun. Like, the like band leader for that band, Jack Stratton, was on like I forget what morning news show it was, but they were talking about like the stock price of I think Spotify before it went public, and the guy was asking was like, oh, would you buy shares of Spotify? And and he's just like, he said something along the lines of like, look, man, like if the grocery store tomorrow like created like a plan where you could subscribe for $10 a month and then just have all the groceries you want for free, like it would also be really popular. But like realistically, that's not gonna it's like that's not gonna be sustainable, like, you know. So I don't know, it's just a really funny.
Yeah. All right. Last call, exclamation point play. I'm gonna start this in a few seconds here.
Nice. I didn't know you could use your own NFT to like saw people up too. Someone was saying in the chat.
I don't think it's an NFT. You just have to I think you can just upload an image and then you just change the URL.
Oh. I see.
All right.
Nice.
All right, okay. So we'll do doom rollers this time. If you've done doom rollers, you just have to exclamation point A, B, C, or D for a certain quadrant, and then you want to be where the least amount of other people are.
Yeah. So this is like interactive. You'll type in the chat exclamation point A, B, C, D to go into whichever square you want to be in.
Yeah. Build suspense, like though.
This one's intense. So when all of the 10,000 LoJacks are gone, there won't really be that option anymore for paying for the services on WAXDAO, right? Like,
yeah,
then you'll have to pay with
either Wax or there's still the token, which is, I can't say the token is a discount, I guess. It definitely is right now, but you know, you never know what'll happen with the token price.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically like 80 of them have been burned so far in the first month out of 10,000. So that's almost 1%.
Yeah, that's a smart burn mechanic. I like that because it makes the artwork itself more rare. I mean, is the WaxDAO WoJack token, is that on like Alcor exchange? And
yeah, WoJack WoJack is on Alcor. There's not like a ton of liquidity or anything. I plan to add to it as I grow, but I'm bootstrapping here. So
yeah, if you incentivize liquidity, well, we're all about it. If you wanted to like incentivize it on DeFi Box or I guess you could do it on Alcor and take the WoJack Wax resulting token and stake that for an additional reward. We're all about liquidity farming.
Yeah, I've been thinking about even like accepting liquidity tokens for like certain services that I offer as just like to create a permanent, you know, protocol on liquidity. So something like imagine letting somebody pay for a farm with the LP tokens and then just like putting them into a cold wallet where they never get touched. I don't know.
Does that just go into like a treasury or something?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just an idea. I don't want to say it's definitely going to happen or anything. But
I suggested that to another project I was at, that they kept doing like token burns of like 2 of their tokens within their ecosystem. And I was just like, instead of burning all these tokens, why don't you just pair the tokens into your liquidity pool and then burn the liquidity token?
Yeah.
Like deepen those fucking pools. Like it benefits everybody. That's a great idea, I think. Like protocol on liquidity in general is just not a bad move ever. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. Someone's got to move. I think it's going to be A to C or C to A. Like it's going to roll up that. Yeah, there you go. Get out
now
of there.
It's all RNG at this point.
I think DNA is fucked. He's too deep in it.
Wait, what happens now? They have to avoid this.
What?
Yeah, it can go vertical or horizontal, and at this point, if they're all one in each, it's just kind of random at this point.
Damn, I thought DNA was finished for sure, but now he's in the head-to-head. Deep in the shit indeed, yeah. Nice. And you got the purple trail, so he's got that like trail NFT. The WoJack token, what's the like tokenomic behind that? The distribution, is it purely through staking the NFTs, or is there,
so I put that in the white paper. There's a total of 666 million as the max supply. 10% I kept for, you know, quote unquote team or whatever, basically me. And then aside from that, there was no pre-sale or anything like that. It was meant to be 1,000 per NFT per month, sent out over a 4-year period. So basically a total of 10 million times 40, 480 million meant to be given out as rewards for staking, plus my 60 million or whatever it is. And then there was like another 120 million for like partnerships or marketing or like whatever. I don't know. There's going to end up being a lot burned because right now in the first month, there was only like 1.5 million instead of 10 million given out. So I think every month there's just going to be a ton that are burned from not being given out as rewards.
Oh, I see. Nice.
So we're going to probably end up with like, a much smaller supply, like 400 million or something like that.
Yeah, I have a few of the WoJacks on my cold wallet. I just haven't staked them, so I'll have to do that.
Yeah, the staking was meant to be 1,000, like a static 1,000 per month for each NFT. But once I created WAXDAO, I decided to just create a pool, and I put 1.5 million per month into that pool, and there's only like 250 NFTs in there right now.
Yeah,
so it's way higher than what it was supposed to be.
All right, I'm gonna do one more. We'll give away one of these Hot Wheels packs that we got as Wax ambassadors. Yeah, it's for all the people who've stuck around for an hour and a half now. This is this is a thank you. So we'll do one more. Just give me a second. Exclamation point play for this one, and this will be the last giveaway, and then we'll wind down and raid into someone.
Nice.
Sasha's going. Maybe do him.
Damn, I gotta stake my guys. Yeah, I just haven't opened the packs yet either. I just like have unopened packs that I didn't rip.
Wait, sorry, did I hear that right? So the only way to get the token is to stake it. That's the only line of distribution right now?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, as people get it as rewards, I guess they'll sell it on the market and you can buy it that way. But pretty much, staking it is the best option, in my opinion. I mean, of course, I get paid if you buy WoJacks, but so of course I'm going to recommend that. But the token itself has the same value as the NFTs, so it's like, why not get? You can use the tokens for everything you can use the NFTs for, so why not stake the NFT and then earn the token?
Yeah,
it's for creators too. If you're planning on like creating a DAO or a farm, I mean, if it was me, I'd probably buy a couple of WoJacks, just stake them, and then like in a week or two, I got all these tokens that I can use to create my farm, and then I still have the NFTs themselves.
Yeah,
that's probably what I would
true.
Do.
Just you get a couple NFTs, and then you can like fund your own pools with it.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, I just like that the circulating supply is kind of capped at the rate at which the WoJacks are being bought and the WoJacks are being held. So it really slows the introduction of the token, so it's not a huge dump.
Yeah, and not only that, I just lost my train of thought, man. I smoked too much weed.
Maybe you'll get it back here. I pulled up our pool right now, and it's bringing up the numbers here. So hourly pool reward 0.08 wax, and you can see per NFT 0.0135.
Did you put 6 in there, or has other people put in?
I put 2.
Okay, so there's a few other people that put some in.
Yeah, some other ones staked in there. So now if I go to my wallet, look at that. I earned some wax from staking the Neon Blend token NFT to this pool.
And so when people spend the WoJack token, it's burned out of circulation, right? And you reduce the max cap, like you're saying?
Yeah, if they spend it on the services, those are going to be burned, yes. Nice. By the way, if you go to managed farms, you can actually get a list of who's staking in your farm and how many they have staked. So if you like ever wanted to randomly select someone and like or just airdrop to people who are holding your NFTs or anything like that, you can do that.
Let me check that in 1 second. Paul's about to leave, so I'm gonna go say goodbye, and then I'll be right back.
Right,
yeah, that is something that I think we use bounty blocks for our airdrops, and that works pretty well. But yeah, I think another, just if we're spitballing tools and stuff, I just feel like the thing that I like to say as a business, the amount of data that you have to identify your customers or identify new potential customers is so fascinating and effectively free in a blockchain space that I really don't think the value of that gets talked about enough. To just say, I can look at how many unique holders I have, I can send them things that they would be interested in, and I can find people that collect similar things and then identify them and potentially market to them as well. So I feel like marketing tools and also airdrop tools might be worthwhile long term.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend yesterday about just websites in general and databases. They don't really understand blockchain so much, and he kept asking me like, "What am MySQL? What are you using to store the data?" Like, I just like, man, everything's on the blockchain. It doesn't even matter if my website goes down.
Stores
like,
it for me.
Anyone else can have a front end. Even if my website goes down, there's another one somewhere else. And like also on the front page of my site where I'm saying, 70 NFTs burned and 50 farms or whatever. It's like, you don't believe me? You don't have to take my word. Go to the blockchain and look at the table. Like it's all there.
The receipt's just there.
Yeah.
So I go to manage farms to check this?
Yeah, manage farms. And then if you go to edit farm, it should probably just say manage instead, but whatever. Stakers list on the left there.
Look at that.
Yep, that's I am the KY.
It's me and I am the KY. He's got 4. I got 2.
I want to add like a button that says export as CSV, so it's like formatted better if you want to export the data.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
That's dope. So I'm the KY. You got twice. Let's see, twice the amount of reward I got so far. So let's see what I'm the KY was able to stake.
By the way, at the top of the page that you were just on, the All Farms page, right next to the title where it says All Farms, if you click My Farms, it'll show you which ones you're staked in, or it should. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Wait, did you stake from this wallet or a different wallet?
Yeah, it's this wallet.
Maybe it's broken. I don't know. It's
check.
supposed
Oh,
to
that's showing all the farms that you've staked to?
This is all the farms, and then here's the one that I think I have on. So if I go unstake NFTs, I have 2 in here right now.
Can't open.
But let's see in my wallet. So I'm the KY. You got like 0.05 basically. Not bad for 1 hour.
Killing it.
And you still have your NFT.
Huh? Is it just like giving you an error, like it's not finding the web page?
For which
What's
one?
that?
Oh, just someone was saying they can't open the website, but I loads for me fine.
Yeah, here it's WAXDAO.io.
Yeah, I got it here.
Yeah, so anyway, maybe we can troubleshoot that. I'm gonna go ahead and start this critter craft, so everyone get ready. I'm gonna do doom rollers again, so this will require your participation. And we'll start it off. As far as where you're most active, do you do Discord? Do you do Telegram? Do you do both, but one more than the other?
Telegram, yeah, I have both, but I like never talk in Discord. Telegram would definitely be the place to go. There's a link at the top of WAXDAO. I also pasted it in the chat here.
Yeah. Once we're done with this, I'll post that in there. So, I mean, people in the chat have been saying like Mike's super active and is always willing to kind of like talk through stuff with people if you want to figure if you're troubleshooting things along the way, if you're starting a farm. So,
I try my best.
Yeah.
Nice. That's really cool. There's a lot of like cool tools there. I really like the idea of like buying a few of the WoJack NFTs, getting the airdrop, or getting the tokens, and then just paying them out to your farm.
Because let me see right now what the reward per NFT is there. Hourly reward per NFT 7.5. So over 24 hours, 168, 180, basically, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty.
For one NFT. So if you were holding 2 NFTs, you get 360 a day times a week. 2,500 or something, I guess, if my math is right. I don't know. I guess if you were holding a few more, you'd probably have a farm in like a week.
Right. And then once you have enough, you could burn one of them to pay for the farm too, if you need to. Yeah. And then use the other one to just keep topping off. Yeah, that's cool. Or just set it really long. So it costs 10 wax to like extend the duration of it, but can you just add additional like tokens, or is that also a fee?
No, you do that for free. You can add more tokens anytime you want.
Okay, cool. So you just go nuts and add like 1,000 wax to the pool, and
it just has to be this. It just has to be the same token you selected in the beginning, and make sure you get the decimal places and all that stuff right, or else it's gonna not work.
Is there issues with the farm distributing tokens that don't have a certain precision level? Like you're saying your token didn't have any, but what if like I think Neon has a 4?
Yeah. There's not necessarily an issue. It's just I I don't want to get too technical with the dev talk, but I guess EOS.IO blockchains, they have a specific class called an asset. So it's right in the contract. So you're normally dealing with like integers or decimals or whatever, different types. They have a type called asset, and it's very smart. It does like accounting for you to make sure you don't make mistakes. So basically, if you have an asset that has no decimal places, only have whole numbers. If you if you have it stored in like a table somewhere, it's basically like a spreadsheet on the blockchain, essentially. If you try to subtract 0.1 from that so that you can like send it to somebody, it's going to subtract a whole token because it knows like you're going to lose money if it doesn't do this for you. You're going to try and send someone a whole token, and let's say you have 10 people in a farm and all 10 people are supposed to get 0.1 each.
Yeah.
If you try to send each person 0.1, there's only two options. You can send them 0 or you can send them 1, right? So you might have had bad code where you try to send 0.1 to each person. Imagine it rounded up and gave them all 1. You just lost a shitload of money because you screwed up.
Yeah.
So what would happen in the contract is if you don't have enough decimals, and basically it would end up sending 0 in that case.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just have to maybe have decimals is all. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So it's possible that if like the reward isn't like enough, like if you're trying to like distribute 1 and the 1 only has like 4 decibels, and then you have like 100 people participating in your pool, it's possible a lot of them will get nothing.
Yeah, something like I mean, I'd have to do the math on what you just said, but yeah, exactly. That's kind of how it
works. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. That's good though. That's cool. Good to know that that's how it works behind the scenes too.
Yeah, and the same goes on the flip side in that scenario where every person would get 1. It would also trying to take away the 0.1 for each person. It would like subtract from the balance of the farm.
Yeah.
So like nobody would get anything, and the farm balance would also get subtracted from. If that makes so, it's like a double.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, okay, damn.
I mean, they'd still be there, so it's like they'd still be in the account. I could fix it if that happened, I guess, or probably just add in some more math to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
that math seems like it's fun. Do you enjoy doing like equation shit like that, like creating like?
Math's always been my thing, but at the same time, there's a lot, man. Like especially with C++, which is what Wax contracts are coded in. It's like there's a lot of weird little thing, like exponents. They have like a special exponent thing. You can't put the caret sign or whatever it's called. You have to. There's like this whole weird function for exponents. You got to be careful with like a lot of different math stuff. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wind us down here. Do you have any closing thoughts here, Mike? I'm gonna post the Telegram. That's the best way to contact. Also, put his YouTube channel as well. There's a lot of tutorials, not only just for WAXDAO, but also for just broad scale wax and EOS.IO things in general. If you're just trying to learn how to do kind of particular things on the blockchain, so check those out. And then I guess I'll give you like any final thoughts if you'd like.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess just stay tuned for what else I'm building and join the Telegram if you have any questions. I don't want to say anything too like hypey or anything, be one of those guys. So you know, what am I gonna say? Yeah, there's a lot coming soon, man. You know,
I feel like what you already have out is enough to get people hyped
for itself. You know.
Yeah, exactly. The stuff that's already built is like functional, sophisticated, and like useful. So like that's enough to get me hyped.
I guess what I can say is the UI will look nicer soon, in case anybody's bothered about the shitty looking pages.
Yeah, I would say for a month basically of work, I think there's a lot there for when you take into context how long this project's really been available.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll play us out with one of our typical songs. Although I won't do Buying the Dip since Lou's gone. I'm doing BitConnect. But anyway, this is a typical Neon Space anthem if you're intrigued.
Hey, everybody. My name is Carlos Matos, and I am coming from New York City, New York. Let me tell you guys that I am so excited. I am so happy. I am really so thrilled to be right now.
Good throwback.
Amazing glorious.
We'll raid into Sasha. He's probably doing something weird, like magic or something.
And let me tell you that we are really changing the world as we know it. The world is not anymore the way it used to be.
Yes, we're big fans of Dylan Locke.
No, I love this thing.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We're gonna raid into Sasha, and we'll be on tomorrow at noon Pacific, 19 UTC. We'll do our off the rails. Well, anything goes on Fridays. We're tired at that point, so we'll talk wax, we'll talk food, we'll talk pretty much anything that pops to our minds. But
I got some videos that
cool, and we'll see you soon.
Peace out.
See you. Oh, Marcy, a little sweetheart.
We are coming.